Hello everybody, welcome to the Lesson 9 video notes. Today we're going to go over rounding to any place value. So let's go ahead and draw our vertical number line for this first one, 47,896. And for all three of these we're going to be rounding to the nearest thousand. So let's go ahead and underline that thousands place. Okay, and that's 7. Is there any number to the left? Yes, we're going to underline that too. Remember, any underlined things, those numbers are going to stay the same. They're not going to change at all. So how many thousands are in this number? 47,000. Good. And what's the next thousand? 48,000. Good job. And what's the midpoint between 47,000 and 48,000? 47,500. Good job. Okay, where would this number fall in this place, in this graph here? 47,896. It would fall about right here, right? So is that line closest to 48,000 or 47,000? 48,000. Good job. Our answer is 48,000. Okay, let's move over here. 7,846. Let's underline that place value. Is there any number to the left? Nope. Okay, so we're just going to go with that. Let's draw our number line. Okay, how many thousands are in this number? 7,000. Good job. What's the next thousand? 8,000. Good. Okay, what's the midpoint between 7,000 and 8,000? 7,500. Good job. Where would 7,846 go in this number line? Would it be above or below 7,500? It would be above. Good. Right about right there. So which endpoint is this line closest to? 8,000. Good job. Okay, our last one on this one, 602,386. Once we underline our place value, which number would that be? The 2. Good. Are there any numbers to the left? Yes, let's go ahead and underline them. How many thousands are in this number? 602,000. Good. What's the next thousand? 603,000. Good. What's the midpoint between 602,000 and 603,000? 602,500. Good. 602,500. Sorry about that. Where would this number, 602,386, go? Would it go above or below 602,500? It would go below. Good. About right here. Which endpoint is that line closest to? 602,000. Good job. Okay, now we're going to round to the nearest 10,000. Our first number is 55,780. Let's go ahead and underline the 10,000s place. Is there any number to the left of that? No, so we're just going to work with that one digit. Okay, how many 10,000s are in this number? 50,000. Good. 5 10,000s. What's the next 10,000? 60,000. Okay, what's the midpoint between 50,000 and 60,000? 55,000. Good job. All right, this number, 55,780. Would it go above or below 55,000? Barely above, right? Okay, so which endpoint is this line closest to? 60,000 or 50,000? It's closest to 60,000. Good job. Remember, our rounding runs away from the midpoint. So if it's up, above, we're going up. If it's below, we're going down. Okay, let's work on this one. 64,999. Let's go ahead and underline that place value. That's 6. Is there anything to the left? Nope, we're just going to work with that 6 then. How many 10,000s are in this number? 6 10,000s. Good, so that would be 60,000. What's the next 10,000? 70,000. Good job. And what's the midpoint between 60,000 and 70,000? 65,000. Good job. This number, 64,999, where would it go on this number line? Above 65,000 or below? It would be below, just barely below, all right? So which endpoint are we going to? 60,000. Why are we going to 60,000? Because it's below the endpoint, so we run down. Good job. Hey, wait a minute. Both of these two answers are the same. That brings us to this one here. Explain why these two problems have the same answer. Write another number that has the same answer when rounded to the nearest 10,000. So first of all, why do these two problems have the same answer? These two problems have the same answer because 55,780 rounds up and 64,999 rounds down. What's another number that would be rounded to, that would round to the same number when rounded to the nearest 10,000? What about 54,876? Would that work? Nope, because that would round down to 50,000. Good job. What about 59,987? That would work. Good. Y'all did great. I will see you tomorrow in lesson number 10.